Ooh.
Oh, was that better this week, sir? Was that better? Was there not enough? Was there not enough, little pause there to leave them whining a little more?
You're coming off hot today, baby.
I feel like I've been waiting all week to bust your balls about this.
The hang time between the...
I couldn't, yeah. I was trying to give it a second.
Was just too long. It was too long.
You know what? It was cracked. It was cracked loud enough this time.
I didn't know we were connoisseurs of the
crack.
Oh, so there's always so much fizz I can let out before I can let you get your intro in.
It's all about the fans. I get emails that say Chris's cracks have sucked lately, and I was just trying to, for our fans, I'm trying to reiterate.
Do you not understand the concept?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here.
ASMR is hot right now.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us here on a wonderful Saturday night again at Patrick Lynch's beautiful estate. We've got a ton of liquor on the table.
It's a saison, Joseph.
Joe is trying last week's beer because he's a little behind. It's okay. He's gonna.
Hey, Joe, welcome back.
Glad to be back.
If you're a first time listener, thank you for joining us. Catch us on podcast for Twitter and Instagram, podcast SMP. You can reach us at the SMPpodcast@gmail.com. We got our first email. Might have been a robot, but we're not sure. We're still happy we got an email.
It was very similar to the format you get on LinkedIn.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a
hey, I've got a great opportunity, and I think your skills will benefit.
Here's a simple test. If you are not a robot and you sent that email in the last 48 hours, send us your favorite segment on the podcast, and we will respond.
There you go. Nicely done.
It's also in development to next year.
Yes. And so everybody do a little research.
But we could be number one, numero uno.
First in the door, baby.
Hey. I'm not, okay, so people have no idea what we're talking about, but this is, hey, listen, we're opening the fourth wall. That email, I thought about it, is I feel like we get all these stupid solicitations to do all these dumb things, if you start a podcast. And I think about, are we just too eager to shoot things down because we're so, everything that we've ever been told is mostly, every time you get a text message, click this link. We're so scared to touch things, to go into things that we don't know about.
I think it's because you can just tell it's
sometimes
automated trash. The people who post it are some name 194732. It's it's all of Russia.
It is also
Russia loves.
Let's
us.
talk about that because
it is not the one that Katrina's group is part of. It's not the same. So I checked that.
No, I didn't assume.
No, I was a city.
We're definitely not a big enough podcast to be getting any type of real interest.
Yet.
But I will. Yes, go ahead, Joe.
I was just going to say to all you listener out there, we love you.
Hey, listen. We had it's
because of you that we got this email.
Yes,
Peter, if you can work on your numbers here so we get it up a little bit, bump them up a little, get some monetary.
I do my work. I told Lauren how many people I go to make sure that they listen to our podcast, and she's like, you might be trying too hard.
You need to get a mining rig, but just one that listens to the podcast. like a Bitcoin thing and just listens to the podcast over and over.
It's just a hot dog on a slow rotation, and it just hits play every hour or so.
Well, again, thank you for joining us. If you're joining us again and enjoying this podcast, we truly appreciate it. We enjoy doing it. Quick rules: if you swear within the first 15 minutes, you are taking a shot from our Fireball bucket. Not always going to be Fireball. Tonight we're drinking.
There's a honey mustard packet in there.
No, I got rid of that.
Huh.
I got rid of that.
That was
what a punk move.
What a
you know what I love? Everybody enjoyed the Fireball so much that I forgot. You didn't want to mix it up right now.
I sincerely didn't think there would be any way someone would pick the packet.
Chris picked it right away the other day.
Chris picked it. It was the first, and he's like, "What is it?" It was what you forgot about it.
Yeah,
Pat, you should just, next time you go to
tell you
McDonald's,
what, I'm gonna go get a bunch of sauces and throw them in there for you.
Yeah, just stick them in there.
Here's the thing I was thinking about, because I really did enjoy that episode, and I really did enjoy all that fast food. But I read an article about this lady who's a scientist.
We all have cancer now. What's that?
I don't think you can say the C word.
No, you can't. No. But so this lady is a scientist, and she's researching obesity and how that relates to fast food. And she has and it's actually the lady's researching, but her daughter sent a picture out of. She has a closet full.
Yeah, I saw this. Yeah.
Of fast food from 2 years old.
Yeah. And
it legitimately looks like take up a slice of pizza.
Oh, yeah.
And leave it out overnight and just put it in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
one date looks like it's been there for 2 years. Like it doesn't change. There's no mold. There's no nothing.
Yeah.
That's how processed stuff is.
That's like, what is it in Iceland? They have the thing with the McDonald's hamburger and french fries from like 10, 15 years.
Torch it, it's fine.
10, 15 years ago. That still looks like you could eat it today.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody thinks...
I think that's why they got rid of McDonald's over there.
This food is not good. Like, it's not good for you.
No, yeah, but
I was talking to someone actually today about the last time I went to visit family in Ireland. Everything there, because of where they live, everything there is, it's so fresh. And you can taste it. Like, the bread is fluffier. It's more natural. The meats are, you can taste
in
all of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just so much, the processed food is
the
processing and that goes into the food.
I get it.
I saw something, so to kind of bring this up.
Yeah, I'll pass them out. What do you guys got? What flavor? So tonight we're, a buddy of mine, John Aarons, I know you're listening, works for, I have no idea how to even say this name. What do you think, Chris?
Claffey's frozen cocktail.
And, was nice enough to send us a box. He enjoys the podcast, and we enjoy alcohol. So he had sent us frozen cocktails. Boys, we got
punk lemonade, cherry lips, ice blue, modern mango, and grab apple, and the purple
party. And Pat, what was the word that you wanted to?
On the back.
Oh yes, here we go.
There's a list of things that's naturally gluten free. Made with cane sugar. It's got all natural, amazing flavors. Certified kosher, vegan friendly, and made in the Estados Unidos.
Oh,
that was nice to just get that in.
Okay,
there.
what flavor do you want, Joe Bubba?
I'll do the cherry, please.
All right, Chris, what are we thinking, baby? Go ahead, Joe.
Oh,
Chris is definitely a grab apple kind of guy.
So what I was going to say, and I'm sure this product does not do this because this seems like a very up-to-date product.
Of course.
But
give me the purple party.
There's something about natural flavors or natural coloring.
Yep.
A lot of it comes from bugs.
Yes.
Like they don't do the chemicals
like the purple
anymore.
Party, is that stuff?
And so to get those naturally occurring colors, they'll take certain types of bugs and grind them down and add them to lipstick and makeup so that they can be all natural. And by natural, it's just bug remnant.
Well, it's like corn is naturally.
So, ladies, we always forget to introduce our favorite guest. Again, for the fourth time.
For the 50th time out of 42
the man
episodes.
The legend. Let me tell you what, this man's backside has been all over the internet.
The pants that no ass can contain.
The sexy Pepsi.
Hey, that's my quote.
Pepsi, what would you like?
Give him a grab apple for that from them butt cheeks.
Yeah. I'll do a crab apple with you. No, I'm gonna do blue raspberry. So we all get a little different flavor here. And again, thank you, John, for sharing.
That smells awful.
Does it say what kind of liquor's in it?
Chris, you can't.
Does it say what?
It's vodka. It's gotta be vodka, right?
I'm not asking.
It's tequila.
Mine says,
it
doesn't. Mine says premium wine on it.
Okay, well, good call. Where did you see that?
It's on the ingredients.
I'm not happy.
Hey, how do you know what's in yours? I read the ingredients.
Other way, go.
My God, this man's a genius.
Down here.
Let me see yours, Joe.
It's wine. It's wine all around.
Wine.
Hey, Joe, you should be.
I've been telling everybody it's vodka.
Yeah. Well, you should read a little bit more.
Hey, S&P.
Yeah, it took me 5 seconds to read it.
You know what's funny, Pat? What was your saying last week? Oh crap! I'm gonna have to think about it. I'll get back to you, but I was gonna tweet it out today and tell people this is what you can expect on the S&P. You said something so silly on the podcast, and I can't think of it.
About two beers?
Yes.
Which one?
But if this beer's 4 ounce or 8 or 4% alcohol, and this beer's 4% alcohol, and you mix them, do I get 8% alcohol? No, fuck not.
Oh yeah. Guess who's gonna shot? Guess who's gonna shot?
And you swore.
You know what? It was worth it, Chris.
I remember that.
But what if I have two? What if I have a bigger glass that's got 2 beers in it?
I got a beer that's 4 ounces or 4% alcohol. This one's 6%. Does that mean I add them together? No, you average them out.
I think you said it's a law of averages, dum-dum. Fine.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Well, I don't want to do a shot with you, so I'm not using the word.
Don't worry, Pat. I'm going to save that for the Morales Cubs game.
No, you're going to do it tonight.
I might have to bring some extras for friends.
I'm going to take it. I'm going to put it in my nutsack for a few hours and then give it to you.
Oh my God!
Why is this Fireball taste salty?
We had that conversation. All right. But this brings up a good topic because looking at this beautiful wine and this, I know it did take a little bit to get into this thing. You know what?
We should have got some scissors.
So
Probably.
the only issue with these, I think, they taste really good. Honestly,
The cherry's delicious.
They're made with wine. That's a real issue.
I'm
the
not
wild
a fan
blue-
of the taste in general. But
You don't like it, Chris?
No, I like it. I'm quite worried about the fact of the wine.
I've never been a big fan of these.
Or made
frozen
that's made
popcorns.
with wine.
I'll never. As a kid, we used to play basketball in the alley, and we would go to the mart that was on the corner, like one of those like convenience marts.
This
And
is really good.
I thought
I love my cherry one. It tastes like every bit of like cherry icy.
That's what I was saying. This is very
Not the
blueberry.
least bit.
This tastes like the what is it? The
Not the least bit of liquor in it. Like none of. I would easily
grape Tootsie Roll.
take these down and
Oh,
absolutely
boom.
be smashed.
Oh yeah, not
without even
Yeah.
realizing.
And the
that
hangover, I'm sure would be
Oh, yeah.
miserable. But we used to do
You
this
should
as
ask
a kid.
Max.
We would break them up.
Philadelphia next week for you.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so, but this brings up a good point. Which we were drinking these random things, finding out the alcohol. Our weekend last Saturday, we had if you haven't listened to episode 41, I personally,
Do you live under a rock?
yeah,
Because you
sure.
should be.
One of my favorite podcasts for our group has to be 41. It was just a fun. I remember thinking, 47 minutes, it flew by. But that set up a beautiful night. We went out for ramen last Saturday. Ramen was phenomenal. Joe, we get to this ramen place because Joe didn't come out with us last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We get to the ramen place, and I give our name. Like we had to find parking. This is Logan Square. Sushi ramen wasabi. There is a sushi taku right next to it.
Oh.
So we have a new spot to go to, and it's got a bunch more spots than the sushi taku. And
it has a nicer outdoor patio
yes,
area.
so we should definitely hit it before the end of the summer.
That was delicious. Done.
Yeah, and then the new Enjoy's over there. So we go to ramen.
Go ahead.
We go to the ramen. Oh, you got to bring up how that Enjoy night ended. We went to park, whatever. We go there. I'm like, what, what's, because, all restaurants are crazy right now. Yeah. So, like, hey, and there's no reservation. So we're like, hey, what's kind of the wait? He's like, 15, 20 minutes. Perfect. We can check out the new Enjoy, which is a bar. It's a fun, Enjoy in Chicago. If you're ever here, it's a fun, dancey bar.
The one in Wicker Park's the one to go to.
If you like to dance.
Yes, one on Milwaukee. But, so we go to...
Division.
So
Milwaukee's the one we were buying.
Okay. So then we go to Enjoy. I get a bucket of Coors Lights. Yep. Coors Lights. How are we doing tonight? I just want to reiterate.
And they were the big Coors Lights.
Yes. Saturday Night Pregame podcast. Loves itself a Coors Light. I mean, you're still not sponsoring any podcast. Just look our way.
Break me off a piece of that Coors Light can.
We're not even asking for money. We're just asking for maybe a case a month.
We have a Coors Light machine that cheers us every time we press one, and a neon Coors Light sign.
Exactly. So, that was just a side note. We get to, we're in there for about 10 minutes. We destroyed these Coors Lights. We're down to one. We're splitting one can. It's me, Pat, and this is supposed to be a light night. Mm-hmm. Katrina's like, you guys got to go to bed by 1 o'clock, 12:45 the latest.
Just from the text message chain that I was a part of later on that night, that did not happen.
Yeah.
I personally don't remember the text message.
It was the one with Max on.
Oh yes, no, good call.
Yeah, it's a chain thing you're going on.
Chain that I'm not on.
Okay,
guys.
So back to.
I gotta find the 4th little text with it at night evidently here.
Yes, it would be a fun one. So it's me, Pat, and Katrina. We finish these beers like that, and I'm like, man, we're like, it's like 10 minutes, and I'm like, crap. Like, let me check my phone. I got a missed call from a number I didn't know. I was like, and it's like unknown. So I'm like, whatever. And it was, we like detected this, like looked at times. Like this was literally a minute after we
left. We paid for parking at 8:56 and they called you at 8 o'clock. 8:09.
No, 8:57. It was literally a minute after we walked out of the bar or out of the restaurant. Chris looks up the number. It's the number to the restaurant. We're like, oh man, you gotta be kidding me. We run back over there. Luckily enough, they weren't that busy.
Clearly, because that 25 minutes turned into 2 minutes over.
Yes, definitely. We get in there. The place is phenomenal. We definitely got to check it out. Great ramen.
Don't they have another? They have a couple locations, don't they? Sushi Wasabi.
Ramen wasabi.
Ramen wasabi?
I don't know. That's the first time I've been there. It was
I'm
great.
aware of one location personally.
Okay.
So we go from there to Carol's Palm, which is an old country and western bar.
They have all types of music.
Country and western.
Thank you, Patrick.
Mm-hmm. Now, while we're there,
Peter's in love with the singer.
the guy was great. Like, listen, I had a blast. And again, we're trying to keep it a chill night. We're now off Coors Light and destroying old styles.
Because they have old style 350 on draft.
And
350.
you can't stop.
350.
You can't stop, won't stop, Joseph. Ooh. This lady is selling or giving away these tequila. So all this long story.
Let's take a step back here. This attractive blonde lady is handing out free seltzers, so Peter's ears perk a little
My
bit.
grandmother listens to this podcast. We can't be talking about pretty blonde ladies.
I didn't say you went home with her. I just said you were interested in talking to her.
I was not. She came up to me. She asked me if I would like
she looked at me and
tequila seltzer.
She looked me up here in the soles of our eyes and was like, "Do you want a tequila seltzer?" And I was like, "Hell no."
Chris legitimately crushed this poor girl's dream. She had lived in Mexico creating this beautiful tequila seltzer.
That's what
and Chris McGraw said, no.
That's what her man bun boyfriend was talking about.
That was
She was giving
that
the
was
story.
the nice version of me.
Yes.
Of me
So then
saying
I
no.
felt bad.
We're past
Personally
15
felt
minutes. You
bad
can
for
say what you
the
say.
Saturday Night Pregame
We're past
podcast.
15
You know, we're entrepreneurs. We're trying to get in there, Joe. We're mixing it up.
Hey, yep.
I'm like, you know what? I'll take it. So I take one. I've had maybe 4 sips of this. I'm like, good Lord, this is garbage. Do you want to drink a whole glass of tequila? Here you go. Ugh. Awful.
Guy said it tasted like 7-Up.
I think
Yes.
Reno would like it.
Bullshit.
I think Reno would
Yes, he
like it.
legitimately said, this will taste like 7-Up. We all tried it. We're like, this is tequila, bro.
Has she ever had 7-Up?
Yeah.
That's my question.
So then the table next to us was some other individuals, older women. They were enjoying the night. They had gotten a free tequila shot from the same people. And they're like, here, you want this?
Okay, I have a couple questions.
Oh, we did do the tequila shot, didn't we?
You guys may have.
Oh.
I turned around on that one too.
Is this
I forgot
tequila
about
shot
that.
from the same tequila that this
No.
lady, or is
Yes,
this
it was.
completely
Yes, it was.
separate?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So
this, what do they do? They came in and said, "Hey, can we like basically?"
well, yes, they were
in
giving it
some
away.
level-
Yeah, well, now it's being sold at that bar because it's
Okay.
like, it's again, it's like
Is it
trying.
kind of like when? Bless you. Is it kind of like when we went to Boss Bar and Jack Daniels was doing the honey
Yes,
whiskey thing?
absolutely,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
But the
all
two owners there were there, and they were trying to give people free drinks and show them like what they
Explained
Yeah.
that he had been brewing this well before White Claw had ever come out with the night seltzer idea, and he came out 6 months afterwards. He should have just quit after White
It's the
Claw
old
came out.
McDonald's story.
Yes, absolutely.
6 months too late, buddy.
The tequila shot wasn't bad though. It was so I would have.
So
I
the
take
tequila itself
Seltzer.
was better than the
Seltzer.
mixed seltzer.
and also like
drink.
you want. I don't know. I'm not drinking tequila and Coke. Like I'm not doing that.
I have a question. What is in regular like all the seltzers that are out there? What is the liquor that's in there?
Could be
It's
wine.
no, it's vodka. It
It's
could
usually
be.
is it?
I'm almost.
I'll tell you what, should I go downstairs and get a can and read the ingredients?
Yeah, we got plenty of them down there.
I wonder where I got all the seltzers from.
I'm just curious what these.
These were phenomenal,
Dude, I finished mine in record time. Like I don't even taste the liquor on them. No, not. And they were 6%.
6% for this thing.
Yeah, you got to read the bottom of it. Yeah,
Holy
6%
crap.
alcohol by.
You know,
Wow,
the
yeah.
only scary part is I wrote a note like at my office, like, hey guys, take these. We provide it so everybody can take a box and stuff.
Yeah.
But if you have kids, I put on if you have kids, probably don't take
Yeah,
unless you have a spot to hide these
yeah.
because it looks too much like
It
a kid's drink.
legitimately looks like it looks like any like icicle, almost like a Go-Gurt pack.
Yes,
Or
that's exactly what it
Go-Gurt,
looks
yeah.
like. It was funny. We're kind of making fun of the no offense, guys. Your labeling, your packaging could use a little bit more of a little more spice.
little flair. Yeah,
It
They've
says
got-
its ingredients are carbonated water, alcohol, cane sugar, natural flavor, and citric acid.
They don't tell you what the alcohol is.
Yeah.
They say it's gluten-free alcohol.
It's
Or good-
fermented cane sugar. Is what I think is
Well, I think all alcohol is gluten free except for
Yes,
one
sure.
brewed in
No,
beer.
it's beer. Yeah, beer
Yeah.
is the only one.
Then we want a seltzer?
I guess we might get into there.
No.
we got a beer still.
The night is young.
I gotta have Coors Light.
But so no, it was, and then by the end of the night, it was a great night. The country music was amazing. We got out of there about 1,
And Carol's is known to have a live band for a good chunk of the night.
Oh, up to 11.
Yeah.
And then...
No, I think he was there until about 12:30.
Oh, was it
like
12?
11:30, 12.
I feel like
I think he was there 12.
Maybe it was midnight.
Yeah.
I
think it was midnight.
I do sincerely feel like that's the kind of place where if the musician is feeling it, he'll just keep, or she will keep playing, and they just let him go.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's
How do
not
you say
like
that word, Chris?
it's not like
it's
hey,
Portuguese pronouncing.
It's a more like chill run place.
If it's not going well, it's not going well.
Yeah.
Cachaça?
Well, that's what it is. That's what's in there. It's like a Portuguese recipe for fermented sugar.
Okay. I always thought it was vodka.
I would assume it was vodka. Maybe because we think everything's clear as vodka. Maybe that could be the
we-
problem we're going around with there.
Me and Pierre saw one at the Jewel today that had vodka, rum, tequila, gin.
This is a seltzer?
Yeah, something like it had like five different alcohols in it. It was like nope.
They have a bourbon flavored one.
It was blue something, but when me and Chris I was 19, Chris was 20. We went to Puerto Vallarta, and we were young.
I think it was Ron Blue or something.
It was Blue Ron. It was a Blue Ron tequila. We gave it to we
Pierre's like I got. Pierre comes in. He's like, I got this Blue Ron stuff. I'm like, this stuff is garbage. He's like, Pierre's defense. He's like, what was 3 for $10? I was like, why the hell did you get it? He's like, it's blue. It can't taste that bad. I'm like,
so basically,
that's some great reason.
Anything with blue in the color is probably like UV blue. Not good.
No.
Whatever
Blue
was
Ron.
sure wasn't good. Not good.
Dude, but we gave it, so it was miserable. Like, you had to be so
wasted to drink that.
Drink it. So we had 2 bottles in our room, and we gave a bottle to the ladies in the room next to us. Because, we're just trying to be very nice.
You're trying to be polite, and then you give them this bottle, and then you have one, and you're like, oh, they're going to think we hate them.
Funny part is, though,
or they get some waste.
Second to last night, we had an after party in a hotel room. We've run out of liquor. We know we gave them a bottle of Blue Ron.
Oh, so you go to ask for it?
Yeah, I knocked on the door. Like, there's like some girl and some guy in the same bed and some other girl sleeping. I'm like, and they're like, what do you need? I'm like, I just need the goddamn bottle of tequila that we gave you. And they're like, wait, what? And I walk in, just grab the bottle of tequila and walk right out with it.
That's theft, brother.
No, we're talking about 10 years. 10-year rule, baby.
No. Mexico, it's for life.
For life.
Listen, they weren't drinking that Blue Ron. The only alcoholics that were drinking that stuff were the guys next door to them.
No, but so Saturday was a fun night. Pregame set it up perfectly. My absolute jam is either being tipsy and dancing like an idiot, or live music. I absolutely love live music. Like, there's nothing better to me.
I'm here to tip the guy $5.
I did. He was a nice guy. He also
Peter's so thrilled that he's gonna be back at
in August 15th, but don't talk about that. Don't tell people that.
It's a secret. It's my secret. You tell me about this.
He's gonna be at the
Illinois State Fair.
Is he? I thought he was gonna be at
he's gonna be at the Illinois State Fair when Hank Williams is playing there, and then he's gonna be somewhere else.
Whatever that.
Is he not coming back to Carroll's August 15th?
I think he is.
No, he's coming back to what is it? Well, not Pub City, Old Crow.
Yes, in Wrigley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because the one in River
Yeah,
North shut down.
He's gonna really. I didn't think his music would be pro kind of thing.
He had all types. I think
he played a pretty decent mix of new stuff and old stuff.
What day is August?
Wasn't like that old guy that like sits there and sings like one song and then takes the gas can around begging for money.
August 15th is Sunday, so that makes sense. He's playing there on Sunday.
The only issue with the
he's playing August 15th. We won't make it.
The ice
after Green Day
is it's hard to go into a beer. Like, my mouth is so like full of sugar.
Oh,
like, so sweet.
Then perhaps you would like a seltzer.
There you go.
To quench your sugar.
I don't want to. I know you're running low, Pat, and I don't have to bring you another case.
Can I talk about this beer that you guys had last week? I have questions.
We have answers.
We were also a little tipsy when we were drinking it.
Yeah. So Cosmic Lowlands.
Yep.
Saison with Chicago Native Botanicals, sumac and anise. Sumac.
And anise.
Anise.
It's some culture, Joe. It's some culture.
High stop?
First up.
Don't know. Bunch of words I don't know.
I can only get
so
you so far.
This is a Pipeworks. This is a company or a brewery here in Chicago.
Yep.
I feel like this tastes like something we've had before. what else is this like saison?
Saison's a type of beer.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
Do you remember the saison in
Seattle that we finished a growler of that we got yelled at about?
That's what this reminds me
This
of.
was on the podcast last week, Joseph.
Exactly what this reminds me
Joe
of.
didn't listen closely enough. He just made sure the sound was good.
Clearly.
Peter's the one that's got to listen closely.
I usually listen to the podcast like 2 or 3 times during the week. I'll do one with an edit.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you guys. I'll do
I definitely listen to
one
it
during the
too.
week, like Monday, just so that I listen to it fresh and like
make sure it's good. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'll usually play it like in the car ride home or something.
Pierre plays it in the car in the morning sometimes.
Yeah.
And after like the first 5 minutes of hearing Pat Lynch talk, I get turned
Oh, don't be like that.
You know, I was going to say the same thing about you. I was like, do you get sick of your own voice? And that's turn off for?
So that was Joe. How was your weekend? We're gonna go. I feel like the segment's gonna be weekends.
Oh,
we're gonna go grind our gears.
Joe was going at it Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Joe was just exhausted.
Oh, I was like, what? I sincerely was like, what happened last weekend?
Oh, Joe, you didn't leave bed, did you?
No, my girlfriend
PG,
after 30 days in Colorado came back. So part of it was like ushering her around to like family and friends again that she didn't know hadn't seen.
So did she get amnesia in Colorado?
Yeah, no, and then
oh, you stupid bitch!
And then
time me, please.
It's 26.
26, yeah.
Sorry.
You're the only one.
Yeah. You're the only one that's fucked tomorrow.
Time, please, again. 26-14.
Damn, you just missed it, Chris. You just missed it.
The minute that Peter was showing me stupid on the podcast.
We are dumber for listening.
Peter broke it like 9 minutes.
Sorry, go ahead, Joe.
No, it wasn't. I mean, it was a great weekend because she was back, but it was just like run-of-the-mill stuff, like go see family, take care of stuff that we've been talking about that we want to do, like, you know, around the apartment, whatever, and then just like hanging out and catching up.
Did you go to Home Depot, Bed Bath Beyond, or those not time for that?
Both, twice. We went to both places twice.
Get out, really? We went to Home Depot last weekend
together.
I did go to Home Depot.
We started a rally cup right down the middle of center aisle. It's going good.
Okay. Well, sounds like you had a great weekend, Joe.
Yeah.
Put it on the top of the list.
No good story.
Kobe! Can we get back to the Enjoy story that we were going to have Joe talk about?
Yes. Can you tell us how
Enjoy ended? Because you didn't leave with us.
So not last weekend, but the weekend before that. We all went out. We had a wonderful.
Did you call Brian
night.
later that night? Ever so sweetly?
No. So
I felt okay. I'm going to cut you off real quick. I apologize.
Yeah.
But so when I was texting you about pizza, I went through our text messages, and there were a bunch of text messages. There's a picture of you and Brian, and you're like, "We're still here." I don't remember those text messages.
This is news to me because I don't remember that. I think about it.
Brother.
So
do you remember you telling me like I'm staying here, and I was like, "Why?" You're like, "Because it's having a good time." I'm like,
listen,
you're gonna go home in like half an hour.
I do remember that. But I was having a lot of fun.
Was a good time.
Bought several Jello shots, several rounds of Jello.
Yeah,
we were well aware.
Yeah.
You fucking skanks.
But there was a couple people that were like hanging around us who had started conversations with us and stuff. And I'm so bad at names, so I just made up nicknames for some of these people. Like I was talking to one lady, and this is the one who thought we were all in like our early 20s.
Yeah, she was just being nice.
Yep.
No, she wasn't. What? You know, the best part of that whole entire situation was that they said Peter was older than I was. And Peter was like, how can you believe that this guy's 23 years old?
Okay, I don't want to hear that story, but keep going, Joe.
So
I'll tell it afterwards.
I remember asking her name.
They started about like his widow peak that's coming in Peter's head. I think those were this.
Will you let him get his bit?
Let this man get his bit.
And so, you know, it was just normal conversation.
Yeah.
Your names come up. I was like, I'm so bad at remembering names. So, and this is relevant to like the end of the night. So, so I don't know. I think she said she was from Brooklyn or, you know, wherever she was from.
Sure,
so I just called her by that all night.
Okay.
I'd be walking past her. What's up, Brooklyn? Like just,
good man, Joe. Good man.
Just, you know, you're seeing each other. There's lots of dancing. There's back and forth to the bars. You know, a lot of traffic. At the end of the night, two things happened. One,
Brooklyn punched you in the face for calling her Brooklyn the whole entire night.
So you guys leave. Me and Brian are hanging out, drinking beers, and this girl comes up, And she's like, "Are you Joe?" And I was like, "Who is like this is a girl I had not been with." Yeah. And she's like, "My name's don't remember the lady's name. Hudson? Maybe?
Okay.
Something with an H. Hannah? Montana? I don't
J-Wow.
Sarah. She goes, I was here with Sarah, like, whenever the first time we were ever here. And so it was her and her sister, and I was talking to them for conceivably what felt like 2 hours. I honestly have no, it didn't feel like 2 hours.
Couldn't have been 2 hours, so it was like 1:30 probably, so the bar was open that long.
That bar was open to 3.
Yeah.
So, Saturday night, we had a lot of fun.
A lot of the bars are back open to the regular.
I thought 2 o'clock was a curfew.
No, 3 o'clock, baby.
They were open till
2 is last call.
I'm with you on that one, Pat.
2
I'm glad we left.
2 is like,
but I also thought we were like 5 minutes away from just closing the bar down. Okay, but yeah. So you and this lady. So where's poor Brian?
Brian's talking. So she has a sister that's there, and she's talking to the sister, and eventually, like,
does this end up where like any?
No, well, no. I mean, we talked to them. Eventually, Brian comes in. He goes, "Who are these people?" And I go,
Brian, right there.
I go, "This is," and I try to introduce her, and I go, "Sarah's friend, who was," and then I go through that story because I can't remember her name, and I go, "And this is her cousin." She goes, "Sister." I go, "Sister," and she's from here, out of town, and it was just like, all right. And so,
and I need to go to bed.
And that's when he knew he had too much to drink.
And at that point, they were like, and she goes, and break. And so, me and Brian just go back to dancing. Like, just the two of us, like, having a jolly good time. Yeah. I come out of the bar, and Brooklyn is outside talking to a guy. And they're, like, getting all schmoozy, but they're not getting schmoozy.
Way to go, Brooklyn.
And this is what I witnessed played out. Because it was one of those, it's like, She was very, very into this gentleman.
Okay.
And this gentleman was very drunk. Like, probably as drunk as me. It's almost 3. And he's like kind of standing there wobbling.
Oh no.
And the lady's like, Brooklyn's like, what are you thinking? And he goes, I got an Uber coming. So it says it'll be here in 2 minutes. She's like, "Oh yeah?" He goes, "Yeah." She goes, "Oh man, that's a bummer. I really don't want tonight to end. I'm having so much fun." Now, Brooklyn had been by us most of the night. So you could see the goings-ons, who she was talking. This is a dude, this was a last-ditch effort.
Was Brooklyn the one that was in the big group and they dwindled out over the course of the evening?
Yes. She was in, I think, like a red polka dot.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I know what he's talking about, yeah.
No idea. Mm-hmm. Zero. You could put a photo lineup right now. I have no idea what he's talking about.
I think I know who you're talking about. I was talking to her friend, and her friend said she was married.
Yeah.
And she took.
Really? The girl, Brooklyn was married?
Yeah, and she took, she would take her ring off.
That's accurate. That is accurate. I was there for that conversation.
The husband knows about it.
Oh, okay. Well, yay!
He's waiting in the closet when Free gets home.
Oh, God,
he wants to see us.
The Superman shirt on.
You're bringing back memories because I now recall having a conversation when we first met. And she goes,
"My husband likes to watch."
She goes,
"Oh God,
no, oh man, it did go a weird direction.
This is getting weird.
I totally forgot about this.
Weird direction,
which explains so much. So she was out with her friends, and I go, "What are you guys out for? A bachelorette party?" And she goes, "No, we're all like a bunch of us are married here." And she was the one that initiated the conversation. So I was like, "Are you married?" Because either you're just like happy to be outside because of COVID, or you're trying to hit on me. Either way, I'd like to know. So I was like, "Are you married?" She goes, "I am." I go, "Oh, okay." She goes, "But yeah, me and my husband, we have a thing, and I can have fun, when I go out." And I was like, "So okay." And I was very blunt. I go, "Listen, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. All right? Are you?
Hold on, I'm sorry. You said I'm not a sharp. I was like, is that a term I need to know? Because I have
no. I go, I'm not the sharpest.
Google. What is sharp?
I'm not the
Can I
sharpest.
be a
Sharp Urban Dictionary.
Can I be a sharp?
I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. What does that mean? She goes, well, we have an open relationship. And so like, I go, I don't even see a ring on your finger. She goes, no, I take it off. And I was like, oh. And I was like, okay, so this woman's clearly hitting on me. And then she goes, do you like my shirt? Now, this was a very big-breasted woman. Very big-breasted. Couldn't tell you if they were real or not. But I go, it reminds me of Minnie Mouse. And then I just stepped away. I'm
out.
Yeah. But then end of the night comes and she's talking to this guy and this guy's completely oblivious to all the signs she's throwing out. And I've got my Uber and
Brooke went home with you, Joe.
No.
She tried jumping in and Joe kicked her out the door.
I got the story for my car ride home. I'm waiting for my Uber. It comes around. This guy's Uber, same time. Me and him start. I was like, and we both had similar cars. So I was like, who's who? Man, Brooklyn was defeated. Look, just at, shoulders down. And I just said, good night, Brooklyn. Have a good night. And,
good luck next weekend.
Yeah. And, oh man, it was such a level of defeat. But I was very trash last.
Two Saturdays ago. Yes.
Yep.
How miserable that Sunday was.
I had to ask the Uber to pull over.
Oh no!
Right by Portillo's.
Oh, no.
Almost home.
Threw up on their lawn.
Oh, nice.
and then.
Did you just walk home in shame, or did you?
How much Jello was there? Do you remember?
I couldn't tell you
because I ate a lot of Jello.
I couldn't tell you.
Did we do something that Sunday? We played golf in the afternoon, right?
We had 12. Yes.
Yeah. So that wasn't great. I didn't feel like great that day.
No, he didn't look good either.
I got home. No one's home, of course, except the dog. Throwing up in the toilet. Dog's coming, like, licking my face.
He's consoling you. It's nice stuff.
And he goes, and I just remember thinking, like, Papa, I love you. This is very sweet. But don't fucking touch me. Don't touch me. I said, if you could just lie down and kind of stand in front of the bathtub like you always do so it's impossible to get out of the shower. Yeah. If you could just do that. And I'm just gonna throw up here. That'd be great. And then.
Does a bidet come into play when you're throwing up?
No, you know what? No, that's disgusting. So
maybe rinse you off a little bit.
Well, I was just thinking, yeah, no,
it could work. It could work.
I could see the functionality.
It could work.
It could, but just everything that goes on there. I mean, my girlfriend.
Hey, make it hot. Just make it hot.
Listen,
it's boiling all germs.
My girlfriend came back and within days bought a candle that says, light when Joe poops.
Yeah. And so, I asked her if she bought a pallet of it because she's gonna need a bulk order in that bad boy.
There was a lot of lines that came in that night. I sent that Snapchat out. Pat's was easily the one that had me laughing the most. And he just goes, I hope she bought a pallet. And I was like,
Pat has been sniping
that is
on a professional level. I don't know if Pat is taking classes. I don't know what he's doing lately. But
Pat enrolled in Second City classes.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
listen,
he's doing,
this man on the podcast, I'm writing lines down. I'm taking lines. Like, I'm like, Jesus, Pat, where are we getting these, baby?
Chris Kyle over here with the fucking sniping.
Oh, just boom. And we don't want to blow up your head too big because then you're gonna get bad at it. So don't
keep my toes.
No, you blow his head up a little bit and then he starts lobbing them in there for you to hit him out of the park.
Yes.
It's a peaks and valleys last podcast. Try to keep it even kill.
Wow, Joe, that story went from like I didn't know where we were going. Baby.
Yeah.
All over the place.
There was a lot. Well,
it ended in a spot I figured it would probably end.
Part of it I didn't even remember until Chris brought it up.
Oh yeah, there was the other girl.
Some people call that a brownout. Yes. Don't know if it's healthy, but it was fun.
A brownout?
I had a remember certain parts of the night.
It's not a full blackout because you
gotta watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I think I had a similar name issue that you did the same night, Joe, because I'm pretty sure I was talking to one of the girls.
No,
and then I told her, and she told me what her name was. And then like 10 minutes later, I asked her what her name was at the bar, and she just walked away from me, like completely disgusted.
That was it.
The only other one that I can remember from that night was me and Joe were standing, we were talking, and then there was this older lady that was behind us, and she comes up, and she's like, hey, how you guys doing? What's your name? And Joe's just like stuttering, and I bust out a name for a guy I work with. It is my name. And then Joe's like, I'm Joe. And she's like, oh, you guys are real. And she starts sticking her hands out to try touching our faces. Like, Joe slapped her hand away. I slapped her hand away. Like, get out of here.
What if she was blind?
The fuck, I don't give a shit.
I don't remember this at all.
Then she comes back. Then she comes back and the one girl's like.
Was she the one sitting at the table behind us?
No, she was like in another group.
Okay,
but
we were in the heart of it on the night.
And
I
had so many conversations.
So she comes back.
Yeah, you did.
So she gets I don't know what, we just tell her no, you're not touching our face. Get the hell out of here.
She was going for your beard.
Yes.
I do remember that.
Okay.
She really.
Well, she was trying to go.
She was talking about that.
She was trying to go. She was trying to go. So she was so she turned away. Then the girls that Joe were talking to were trying to guess our ages, trying to compliment us or flatter us by saying we were 23 years old.
Way too low for us to be.
Yeah.
I'm like, we all.
Well, listen, that
girl turned around and said I looked like I was 50, and I'm like, no, I'm 75.
I might have given her a hug at that point, but that's okay. We're not talking about that.
Yeah.
Round of drinks. Who wants drinks?
Round of drinks for me and my girl over here. He said he looks like he's 50.
I'm about to vend you $3. Go get a round of jump shots.
You just became the main man in the mafia of Peter McGraw.
No, I mean, that was a hell of a night. Let's get into our beer of the night.
Yes.
We're going back to a classic. Leinenkugel, of course. Hey, listen, Leinenkugel.
Is this a classic or is this a new beer?
No, I'm sorry. Leinenkugel is a classic. I think we've done Leinenkugel probably 4 times.
But this is a new beer.
The brand itself.
Yes,
it's
an old. You're right, Pat. So
this
the
is a rarer breed.
It's a classic for us. It's them and Samuel Adams. I think is the most in competition for the most. Minus Coors Light.
Oh, I was about to say Coors Light.
Well, I mean, there's. Listen, it's there's. The girl when you guys were younger. There was a girl, and then there was all the other girls.
Listen,
Coors Light's the top girl.
I think of this.
That's fun, bitch.
Yeah.
This is the Kenyan of marathon races. This is the one that's always finishing, going home,
trying to get that sub 2 hour.
Top quality. And then you get the people who are more seasonal athletes.
So we got Leinenkugel here. Session. What do you think, Chris? Heels or Hells or
Session? Katrina says it's Hella.
Hella. Okay. Is
that's right.
Leinenkugel Session Hella
didn't win the war.
Is a bright, light, bold beer brewed with traditional hops and select malt.
Read much?
With the right amount. It's kind of
select Munich malt.
I know. I just went with the malt. with the right amount of bitterness, for style and crisp finish, it's made to be enjoyed all day. Keep it stocked for a full day lounging by the water.
I won't lie. Hey, what street is that?
Cheers.
Hey, what street is that? Oh, it's Skycam.
Pat, open that up. Don't be a baby.
You mean Sycamore?
This really is. It says light, so underneath the name it says light bodied German style lager.
It's not a lager.
It's a lager.
Lager.
Yeah, Peter's right. It's a lager.
Lager. And
I don't like it.
I do. I like this.
Okay.
You know what though? I went.
Sorry, I'm trying to be. But I'm also drinking a Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade.
So that's what I was going to say. I went from the Cosmic Lowlands Saison that had a harder bite.
It's also 3.4% volume alcohol, which is very low, right?
Yes, extremely low for beer.
Oh yeah, wow, good catch, Pat. Hey, you reading them cans, doing all types of
attention detail, Peter. Attention detail.
That's something I definitely don't have. But what do you think? I personally, I
just think it's kind of blah.
Yeah,
I like it.
I like it too. Yeah. Okay. I think, and
that's two.
It's not because it's for the same reasons it's probably for the same reasons you don't like it.
Okay.
It is very just middle of the road. I could see myself sipping this all night and not really.
My thought would be that it's such a light beer that the average guy before.
That is true in terms of
I mean. $9.49 for a 6-pack, or
Yeah, you're right. That the
20
price
or $11 for a 24-pack.
I'm gonna be honest. You're right. I'm a little upset by the price. What I got for this, and looking at 3.4% alcohol.
Yeah, that's gonna be the grains in charge of the price still.
Yeah, so what'd you do? You bought a 6-pack of this?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And you said it was $9.99,
like $10.
$10. Okay.
Not worth the price.
I can see.
Taxes probably $12 right there.
You're better off. I see what you're. Yeah.
And you could have gotten 24 of this bad.
Could be getting something a lot better.
This bad boy.
Okay, so we're all over the place. When Chris told me it was 26 minutes, I couldn't believe it. I wanted to
get 44 now.
Okay, geez, we gotta work a little bit here today, boys.
Okay.
Grind your gears. I'm gonna be honest. I don't have much on this. I don't have any real grind my gears for this week. Anybody else feeling a little grindy? Anything getting you going. You know, actually, I do have one.
Oh,
I do. You know,
it took a long time to really turn you on there.
No,
it wouldn't be a podcast without one Peter McGraw grind his gears.
Okay, and you guys can tell me. You know what? Maybe I'm out of line on this one, so my mind could be changed. But and I also want to talk about the Olympics because the Olympics start Friday, and I honestly, does anybody have any interest in that?
No. Besides, maybe
but also, sorry. Secondly, did anybody know? Besides, I've read a little bit on it, and this is where the grind my gears come in. But I didn't really realize it was this Friday the Olympics start.
I knew that because Chris McGraw told me about the podcast this Friday.
Okay.
So, this is.
Do you care about the Olympics? First of all,
I do want. There are.
Is it must watch for you at all? Anything?
Nothing's like must watch. Okay. I'll be honest. For the first time, I did. So. I found out about the Olympics right before the podcast. And I was like, oh shit, it totally snuck up on me. Like, didn't know about it, hadn't heard about it, wasn't on my radar, which I feel like is the case for a lot of people. And the only reason I knew about it was because of all the COVID shit going on. No audience, like the girl who tested positive for marijuana, like all the new stuff before that, you know. And then I was like, when the fuck is the Olympics?
Yeah.
And it was
supposed to be a year ago.
Yeah.
So, going into it, I feel like a lot of people don't know about it.
Yeah.
So, or are just hearing the news about it and not like the actual Olympics.
Not the events and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so my grind your gear is the director of the opening I think it's less than 24 hours has been sidelined. Like he's done. Like this guy because of
some kind of tweet or something, right?
Because of a 23-year-old joke, Holocaust joke. That they found just recently, like 2 days ago. They kicked him off the opening ceremonies. In my head, I'm thinking like, listen, I get it. Like the Holocaust is not something to joke about, but it was 23 years ago.
So this is 1998.
Yeah, this is insane.
This is pre-Y2K.
Yep.
This is the beginnings of the internet.
Yep.
This is when political correctness was at a complete, I mean,
it's a totally different time.
You know, like to put this in perspective, white people could drop the N-word and it wouldn't make waves. Like it would like in movies and in certain situations where now
like you're not Google director saying the word as a, hey, don't say it. And you get fired for saying, don't say this word.
Mm-hmm. And this Harvey Weinstein's prime time when everyone knew what he was doing and he was getting away with it. Like it was just a different time. Very different.
And in my head, I'm thinking like, I like maybe, have him apologize. Be like, hey, listen, I get some of my stuff prior to now was insensitive and I apologize for that. But to fire him because of a joke from 23 years ago, to me, is just outrageous.
You're on cancel culture's time now, sir.
Now, here's what I wonder, though.
You're about to get canceled out of this podcast
I
because of this
if there was like a fair enough thing, if there was a reasoning, like, besides that, like, we don't want a guy who said those jokes 23 years ago. Like, I get it. Like, it's like what Pat has always said, the goal line was here in 23 years ago.
Yep.
We can't move the goal line to 2021 standards. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it's different.
Oh, it's so, I mean, these last.
And I don't want it to be a hot topic, but in my head, it's just like, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of hearing about people 30 years from now. Like, 30 years ago when people it's a whole different time.
Okay. I have a topic that I feel like I could tie into this. How much time do we have?
Go ahead. Go for it.
Okay, this is going to be kind of...
One quick question.
Yeah.
Joe, who's the Joe C. lock of the century of the week for pole vaulting in the Summer Olympics?
Oh my God.
Give me a country.
I actually love watching pole vaulting.
I actually love watching pole vaulting, and I could probably tell you if I saw on the list, like, who would...
I want you to give me a country off the top of your head, Joe.
Oh, you got to go USA, baby. This is America. America don't lose.
I think the women's Italian team, like in pole vaulting, is really good.
We'll see what happens in that one. That's the Joe C. lock of the century in a week.
Okay.
I'm going to pick the Faroe Islands.
I like it.
The who?
Exactly.
Look it up. Go for it, Joe.
Okay, this is a question I have because I have a grind my gear of sorts where I was talking to a friend that I've had since high school. Since then, the relationship has deteriorated. And then last week, Friday, it just like blew up. And we had a discussion and then we started like arguing and it was just, I was done at that point. Like I really was done. And I was like, you know what? I don't need this dude in my life anymore. Like I'm just tired of it. So, but I kind of felt guilty because it was this long history.
Yeah.
And so my question is like, I knew this guy from 2004 until today.
Last Friday.
Yeah. And it came to a point where I was like, it wasn't like
you know,
it was just it's exactly that. It was like it's still kind of like teen drama type shit.
There's not enough time.
And I'm just like, you know what? I'm done.
There's
like
time, baby.
I called another friend. I was like, am I a piece of shit for thinking this? Like, I feel like I don't want to be involved in this. Like, it always goes in this direction. I don't need it.
Yeah. Well, you don't.
You know what you need to do, Joe? You know what you need to do? I found this out the other day, or like a week ago. There's a Reddit. There's a Reddit like thread where it's like, "Am I a piece of shit?
Am I the asshole?
Am I the
I'm
asshole?"
Subscribed and I have posted before.
They always tell me yes for some reason.
There was one where the guy, like this girl, wanted to have an open relationship with the guy she was married to, and then she vented to her friend about the guy. Like the guy agreed to it, and then she got pissed because the guy ended up having a date before she got a date.
I read this. I read it. Yep.
Fucking just touring.
So
like the friend's like,
backfired on her.
Yeah, and the friend's
She's
like,
he ain't gonna get shit. I'm gonna be out there. What the fuck?
And the friend's like, no, you kind of want to have your cake and eat it too, kind of thing.
No.
You thought.
Oh wait, you did say it right. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I apologize. I always jump on you. And you had it. That was good.
You know what? Can you just...
Yo, Brian, John, you're jumping out there. You're jumping the gun.
Well, I did.
Chris,
I wanted to be
me
right.
off about my opening the beer cans, my swearing. I don't say anything right. You know what? I'm just done. I quit. I quit.
Chris,
I'm the asshole.
Chris, just start breathing in the microphone. Okay?
But my question is from all of this. My question is...
I'm glad Chris got to take over your segment. Please go ahead.
No, but like...
No, go ahead.
It's like, my question is...
Joe's getting too serious.
It's sort of like... Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
No.
But this is a serious question I wanted to ask.
Yes,
like,
I appreciate it.
At what point do you just have to say goodbye to your old friends and not be a piece of shit for thinking that?
Yeah.
Like, your life changes.
Do you remember my friend from grade school?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in like 20 years.
Yeah. But I feel like that sort of, if my understanding was right, that sort of came to an end because of an explosive moment too.
No, because I just was sick of him and he wasn't going where his life.
Yeah.
I moved on.
I just feel like...
At some point you just gotta move on. You gotta cut bait.
Part of me feels like you've been around for so long, I sort of owe you. You can't
be friends with someone just because you feel like if you have nothing in common anymore, people change. Like you have to find people that you have common interests with.
I feel like that's hard to do. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah. Well, if it's just not like, if you got nothing in common, or like if it's just, you're right. Like if it's always
paths diverge so much.
Excuse me. But no, you're right. But I also think I hate those stupid like comments of like, you know, if friends that don't reach out to you aren't real, like all that. No, like
it's a two-way street. You can.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can.
That's why Chris has no friends. He never reaches out to anybody.
That's what I'm saying. You always my problem is I'm the opposite. Like I just never like. I'm always asking people, hey, let's go get dinner. And like people that would never contact me unless I contact them.
People think of the hint to the. If I haven't talked to you in 7 years,
yes.
and I don't want to talk to you.
I'm the guy. I'm the opposite of that. But I get what you're saying though. It's like, but I'm not talking to people. Well, I hope I'm not talking to people that think like I don't go in that route. If there's any type of like anger, I'm out. Like I don't want confrontation. I can't like the only person who's stuck with me is Chris.
Yeah, and I keep telling him every time he sends me Jeopardy Snapchats from his little calendar, stop sending me this crap and just keep sending it to me.
So the only but I get what you're saying. Like I
feel bad. But I'm like, you know what? Like I don't want to like wish him happy birthday anymore. I don't want to like pay attention to, you know, shit that's going on in his life. Like at this point, I'm done. Like I wish him the best.
It's, you know, this.
I hope he has a healthy, great life. You know, but it's just like I'm done, dude.
You know what you should do to put the carrot on the cake and say this relationship's over with?
Send him a bag of shit.
No,
on fire.
You should light up give him one of those mysterious flaming bags and let him put him out with his new boots.
So I researched a lot today, guys.
Hold on,
we did not get anywhere near what I've researched for today.
Oh, I had stuff written down too, but I have been quoting last weekend. That's the one like good like story out of it. I quoted Billy Madison so many times last weekend.
Nice.
My girlfriend was like, "What every time, what is this? And by the end of the weekend, she's like, is that also from Billy Madison? I was like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just on a tear. Like, they were just like all in there, like all the lines, you know?
The best is we didn't realize how many times we quoted Dodgeball.
And Wedding Crashers.
And Wedding Crashers.
Until,
Right. No,
yeah.
you're 1,000. It's more Wedding Crashers. Until Katrina, one night at a bar smashed.
Yep.
It was like, it's always wedding. Or
Someone asked, where's that quote from?
Yes.
She's like, it's always Wedding Crashers.
all they talk about is Wedding Crashers. And we're like, oh, okay, maybe we need to get a new movie.
So now we got some dodgeball in there.
Yeah.
A little bit of the replacements in there.
Yes.
Madison
Okay,
quotes.
so we got grind your gears out of the way.
Yep.
Olympics, that was something I want to talk about. I mean, it is a big deal.
Did you see their anti-sex beds?
Yes.
Where it's
I
like
that.
just made out of cardboard, basically?
It's a little sketchy. But no, that's not the anti-sex. You know what the real anti-sex is? That you can only come
They're not supplying them with a lifetime supply of condoms like they usually do every single Olympics?
No, they are giving you condoms, but the thing is, you can only come in for 5 days before your event, and then 2 days. You have to leave 48 hours after your event.
This is all
What happens
recently
if you're in multiple
decided.
events?
Yes.
This is all
You
recently
stay longer.
decided, by
It's
the
your
way.
last event.
Because it was like 2 weeks ago that they decided no.
Well, COVID's it's kind of out of
Because the
control.
crazy thing is they
Which
got
is so
softball
interesting.
going on
Dude,
right
all
now.
these other countries are getting COVID like crazy.
Because
And you hear about it on the news.
Well, the United States has some states that are having some real issues.
They do. But it doesn't seem like it's the South. I'm starting
Florida's
to see.
hitting it hard.
I'm starting to see these messages that come up on my thing that say Republicans are now saying
Get the vaccine.
get the vaccine, which is like I didn't know
little
Republicans
too late.
weren't saying that.
I read an article today about I think she was a doctor in some hospital in Alabama. She's saying that there'll be a bunch of young people died there, like younger than even us, younger. And then she's like, they want to get the vaccine. As
Yes,
well.
yes. Oh,
And
it's so
like,
sad.
no, like,
man.
it doesn't gonna do anything. for
Dude,
you.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
I
No
didn't
way.
realize like how much religion is tied into
Vaccines. Vaccines.
into
Yes.
like even politics. Like
Oh,
I was having some
Joe, you so
Did
naive.
you see what happened in
Yeah.
Mississippi today? The Attorney General of Mississippi is suing, or she's going to the federal Supreme Court to try to overturn Roe versus Wade. Again.
Oh, I mean, don't get me wrong. I knew religion was a part of politics, but it's like
It's
related
very-
to COVID. I'm like, oh, it's like it's not only a political thing. It's like people in certain like religious groups are thinking the same way, and it's like very.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just like incredible to see. Like, oh, you can't be like a Catholic and a Democrat somehow
I'm gonna
because
give it
of certain things.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
I'm
man.
going to give an S&P fact here. I don't remember which southern state it is. I think it's.
Throw a dartboard, pick one.
Well, let's hear the fact.
You cannot mandate masks anymore. There's like the state.
Oh, I think it's Arkansas. Arkansas
Yes,
will not
yeah.
allow you to. They will not mandate. They put a law in that they won't mandate kids wearing masks at school or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure is what the law was.
Kansas?
In Arkansas,
It's
yes.
just so interesting to see. I mean, this is probably the time where everything is extreme. Like everything. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
Politics, choices in television. Everything is so extreme today.
Yeah.
It's like to the umpteenth degree. It's wild. Like, so even something as simple as like wearing a mask or not wearing a mask or
It's so
taking your vaccine,
politicized. Yeah.
not taking your vaccine.
Politicized. Yeah.
Hey, if you're on this side, I gotta hate you for everything,
Yeah.
because of this one decision. It's crazy. It's
I'm just
wild.
worried about Chick-fil-A getting into Notre Dame, man. I'm hoping Lindsey Graham gets that fight.
Where's
going.
Lindsay in then?
Do you guys want to hear?
Tweet him? Lindsay, where's that Chick-fil-A going at?
Yeah, let's go, baby. Do you guys want to hear? Let's lighten it up a little. You guys want to hear kind of a couple cool stories?
I have a light story. Go ahead. Yeah.
In Korea, South Korea, there's
South Korea, yeah.
there's a toilet.
There's a big distinction.
I just thought of a dark story, and I was like,
No more dark
That's the
stories.
opposite of what we need.
There's a company that has created a toilet that will pay you cryptocurrency for your waste.
Feces.
Yep.
Joe, you'd be a fucking millionaire.
Because this is in schools, so the toilet vacuum, like after you use the washroom, it vacuums it down and then it converts the waste into methane,
Oh.
and then the methane heats all these buildings, and then it gives the kids cryptocurrencies, which is called and it's the name is like gloom, but it translates to honey, and then those kids can use that cryptocurrency in the schools.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
No water waste. very little like fecal matter waste, and there's an energy supply for it.
So Joe would be in trouble because Joe would have to poo at the school, and he has trouble going in public.
We won't mention the fact that I'll be around a bunch of kids as a grown adult. That's not weird.
I'm a giant.
No, but I was thinking that's like, can you imagine if that was world, like throughout the world?
That's the thing I think about. Like, you hear about these amazing ideas and inventions.
It's so cool.
And you're like, why does this not get?
It's a couple, but it's
why does this not get like, global funding?
Yeah,
it's crazy. Like that's such a great idea.
Because the Kohler people don't want them stealing this toilet idea. Man.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't trying to go there.
You gotta get FDA approval, dog.
All right,
hit me, Joe. Hit me with a good story.
If it's not good, Joe, you're drinking the mango hard.
This isn't necessarily a good story, but the question is going to be
okay.
Funny.
I like it.
So Netflix has lost like 500,000 subscribers, right? And now
it had the least amount of subscribers since 2013.
Yeah, but in this last quarter, they lost 430,000 subscribers.
Because the Son of Sam's, isn't it?
Okay.
No. Well, no.
They didn't have a great. They had a good revenue. They hit revenue. They had an okay quarter, but the subscribers are not.
They're losing money because all the shows are taken off other platforms.
Here's the thing: the way the article described it, they got such a blow up during COVID that they lost 430. They gained like 10 million over COVID.
Yeah.
So this is a drop in the bucket. But they thought it was going to be higher, whatever. When are we going to get back to the pirate life and like start going on LimeWire and shit again? There are so many fucking subscription services: Netflix, Peacock, Hulu. Listen, dude, I'm about to become Captain Jack Sparrow, surfing the high seas and just downloading all my shit like a pirate.
On our way home today,
dude, it's ridiculous.
The radio was talking about I don't know what it was, but it was either in Reddit or it was on Craigslist where people are like, hey, like they're shooting out like hey, do you want to split you like Hulu? Netflix.
Yeah, somebody
so like
Hulu,
a group, yes,
they're cutting again. They're starting to force IP addresses.
Yes. Yeah.
Netflix is the first one. They're starting to force it. You can't have like if I have it at my dad's house, it's both going off my account. They're like, hey, you're not the same place.
Yeah. This is literally becoming cable TV again.
No, it is.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
they're going to
start lumping these like, hey, you get Netflix, they're already doing that. You get ESPN Plus, you get Disney Plus, but they're like, dude.
You know what's going to happen is Apple, Amazon, one of them is going to buy these up and make another cable package, and that's what's going to happen.
But that might actually be like better than cable.
Yo, a pirate's life for me.
But I'm saying it'll just bring it back to cable.
So Joe, if you can just pirate this shit.
That's why you just need to get the Corno phone with the
We're gonna go old school. I'm gonna get a nice CD case. I'm gonna be burning these to CDs and selling them like back in the day. Hey, here's that pirate. Hey, I know you ain't got that Netflix subscription, but listen, I got that. I got that gunpowder milk.
I got the Office. I got the Office seasons 1 through 4 on this disc, baby.
Who needs 5 to 7?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
tree fitty.
I mean, but how much I think about it, like how much time do you have for TV?
Oh man,
you also do you stay up a lot later than me, so
yeah.
It
literally becomes like
an hour, like it's an hour for a day.
Hour and a half, yeah.
For an hour for a day, like
sometimes when I'm working, I have a little bit on the background.
Okay.
I feel like I do more time searching for what I should watch than what I'm actually watching. Because it becomes like, oh, I've got an hour. Let's just go like best 1 hour TV shows or something. Like you're just looking and then
an hour later, Joe's like, shit.
Yeah, exactly.
so
time for bed.
Yeah. No, so when me and Lauren, like, we usually have like a set like stuff we're watching.
Yeah.
If I'll go on Netflix, it'll be 45 minutes before I choose something. And then it's like, all right, I'm just going to bed. Like, I'm not going to watch it.
Everybody's saying you have too many choices now.
And there's none of it's like, a lot of it's like,
well, Netflix has lost a lot of business because like they're pulling their like Office is gone, Parks and Rec is gone, like all these like old like shows that they got them in the beginning. Now they've got off their deals. So like, oh no, we're gonna put that on our
the network, yeah.
We're starting our own subscription. We want our shit back.
All the Marvel and Disney stuff going off on Netflix. Yeah. Like you got to go to Disney Plus.
Honestly, probably the only ones I would whenever I move out and have my own place, it's going to probably be Hulu and HBO Max. HBO Max is amazing.
Yeah, I have Hulu and HBO Max
is really good.
Yeah. Those are watching most right now.
Okay, so one last. Where are we at, Joe?
1 hour 4 minutes.
Okay, so we got a little. We don't have to go too much later, but I did have like a pretty nice like awesome story. But I also but then my mind always takes it to a weird spot.
Okay.
So it's 19 something. So I think it was 60 years ago, this young girl wrote a letter to the Yankees and said, "Hey, I would like to be a ball girl, like a ball boy." Mm-hmm. And they wrote her a letter back saying, "Hey, we understand you could probably do this, blah, 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 blah. We don't know if it would be the right spot for a young lady to be around all these men." And in my head, I'm thinking okay, that's not the worst. They didn't say no, men are better or anything like that. But the Yankees,
they're just afraid there are a bunch of pedophiles on the team, I guess.
It's possible. Whatever.
Yeah.
But so then her daughter found this letter that she had hidden and didn't want anything to do with. Her letter, without the mom knowing, sent the letter to the Yankees. It was "Hey, this is the letter my mom got 60 years ago."
Yeah.
And the Yankees, just being sweethearts, said, "Okay, we're going to make her a bad boy, bat girl." And this 7-year-old woman had a day at the Yankee Stadium.
That's awesome.
A bad girl. And it was and she was
crying.
Did
she have to run and get the foul ball?
No, she had the rascal, baby.
No, okay, so this is the other little thing is she was 7 years old. She looked great for 7
She's
years.
been training for this for 60 years, Peter.
Bro, I'm telling you, she's amazing for 7 years.
Gotta stay in shape.
She went Rocky montage after the end of that letter. Lived her life yoked as fuck.
She was crying. She was almost getting tears going here.
Yeah, just very emotional.
But then I kept thinking, I'm what a PR nightmare would be if this fucking old lady comes out and grabs a bat and slips and falls and breaks a hip. That's all I can think about.
Has a heart attack.
Yes, or something. Or, she gets hit by a foul ball.
Yeah, exactly.
She don't got the reflex.
Oh,
they
my
wear helmets.
God.
I'm just thinking, this is a PR nightmare waiting to happen. Maybe we
give her the catcher's gear and throw out there. Call it a day.
Little chest
She's
protector.
the first ever,
death on it. Yes.
The throat guard on it.
Cracks, stabs her square in the chest.
We'll get her the hockey goalie
out on the field.
Hockey goalie mask and hockey goalie pads. Get her out there. She's good.
They had Secret Service.
She'll waddle up to get the ball from behind the home plate.
Protect her from anything and everything.
She'll look like the kid from Christmas Story. We can't move his arms. Yeah. It'd be great.
I just literally first thing I was this is amazing. That's
really cool. Yeah.
But in my head, I'm watching her move a little bit. I'm watching her move a little bit. I'm oh no, she can't be grabbing baseballs.
I hope she did some warm-ups.
Yes.
You can't go in there cold.
And then also just randomly, I was, I like to, so I'm so focused on, I'm one of these idiots who, if you find something you like, that you like it until you hate it. Mm-hmm. So I would listen to World War II interviews until I hated it. Mm-hmm. And I've been listening to police interrogations until I've hated it. Yeah. So I haven't really listened to the world at all.
Yep.
And so I went and looked up what's going on in the world.
And you were I hate 5 seconds later, I hate this, I'm done.
Dude, I'm not kidding you. It was famine in Africa.
Monkeypox.
Monkeypox. There's 200 cases.
I did the same thing. I just went on the news today for the first time in a long time.
I was oh my God.
What the fuck is monkeypox? I hear about these people in Cuba.
Oh, yes.
Havana syndrome. What? I had to Google some of these things. I was I've never heard of this.
Hades having to me.
Cuba's got a rebellion.
I was this is...
Is it Cuba?
Yeah. Cuba. Yeah, Cuba.
It's dude, there's so much sadness.
It's awful what the world's going on.
Yeah.
The Delta variant, I was this is why I don't want to watch the news.
Yeah.
I would rather listen to this awesome podcast, Saturday Night Pregame, that's going to make you laugh and have a good time than ever look at the news.
This is why when you guys brought up all those news stories 3 weeks ago, I had no idea what you were talking about. I was there's a condo collapsed in Florida? What?
This is...
dude, it's just, ugh. And it's a bummer because there's so much good that goes on out there. The story of the lady.
That's what I'm saying.
It's but that doesn't catch headlines, but it really does. Yeah. You get one of those and it feels good.
Because I just wanted to see what's going on in the world. See if there's anything maybe we should be talking about. There are a few things out there, but I'd love to go to the Happy News website. There was one thing on there I thought I don't know how this is considered happy news, but these 3 girls who got cheated on by the same, this guy was dating 3 women. Mm-hmm. First of all, he should probably be kind of given an award for dating 3 different women at the same time. We got to see
how he planned his calendar.
Yes.
Can we just he's not working the hours we're working.
Yeah.
This man is able to compartmentalized to a level of outstanding degree.
He's probably a very good manager. That's all I'm saying.
Yep.
Not that he's a good guy.
Terrible person.
Awful person.
Listen,
he
Hitler was a
company.
bad guy.
Yeah.
Great dictator or ruler, whatever the
Oh,
fuck.
God.
Really,
Sorry.
in the long run. Didn't
Shut
work
up.
out so well.
But so this
Yeah, I'll
guy.
get burned in the end.
He shot himself, but yeah.
Then that's up to debate.
Or he's in Argentina, one of the two.
Yeah.
But no, so these 3 women all went on vacation together. Like they found out that he was dating 3 women.
Oh, wow.
Did the guy have to pay for the vacation?
No, he was a piece of shit and hopefully never gets to date another woman. But
he will.
Definitely
for
will.
sure will. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking,
Definitely
I feel bad. Like that's not a good story. Like I don't want to hear these guys out there like that.
I think it's like that's more like a silver lining. Like, hey, these 3 people,
women are now friends.
Hey, maybe you should introduce Brooklyn to him.
Ah, that could work.
Yep.
Sounds like a guy that's willing to seal the deal.
Probably would have gone home happy. Yep. Shoulders would have been a little bit higher.
Yes, but hey, listen, it's the world is a crazy place, and I think you got to be in tune to it. You don't want to think that everything's all rosy.
But there's good stuff out there.
That's what I'm saying. Like like you got to understand what's going on in the world. You don't want to be one of those Joe Keneally's who doesn't know that a condo collapsed.
Fucking building collapse.
But you also don't want to understand that there's not like good things going on in the world either. And when you listen to the Saturday Night Pregame podcast, you're going to get a little bit of both. You're going to get a lot of weirdness, but you're also going to get some good stories, Pat. And I wish you would do some research sometimes.
All right, look at me.
Because you didn't. What do you bring to this good
I'm making people laugh in this podcast.
He's like, I'm drilling home
And Chris
that people are
Chris
gonna.
has separated himself from this podcast.
I haven't said another word in like 5 minutes because of all the stuff Joe said about Hitler and this everything. I'm out. I'm out.
Well, listen. We'll end on Chris being very scared and timid over here.
Look us for tomorrow. We'll be in the bleachers. Getting some Granite Cups going.
Yes.
Right next to Sex and
Listen,
Pepsi.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us here on a wonderful Saturday night. It is gorgeous out. Enjoy yourself. The summer, I mean, we're already in the middle of the summer. I was listening to radio and it was talking about what have you done in the summer already? And I was like, crap, we're like getting close to middle of summer, almost end of summer.
Yeah.
Well, the first half of summer, the city's in lockdown, so basically.
That's true. So thank you for taking the time and listening to us. Like and subscribe. Give us a 5-star. For Pat, give him a 4. Any 3 or below, forget about it.
Fine, Pat, give him a real 5-star. Real hard slap on the back.
Check us out on Podcast S&P for Instagram and Twitter. You can reach us at the S&P Podcast at gmail.com. We want to thank our sponsor again, who had provided the Leinenkugels, DLM Tax and Accounting. You can reach them at admin@dlmholdings.net or check us out at dlmtax.com. Again, if you need tax and accounting services, the best in the business. They've got all the customer service you could need, baby. We also want to thank the guys who provided the ices. Chris, you remember the name? Claffey's? Claffey's. Thank you, John, for providing those for the podcast. They were really good. I'm enjoying the ices. I'm definitely gonna have another one.
Good vodka base.
Yes.
Frozen pop there.
Yes.
You know what?
Wine based frozen pop there. Not vodka.
Alcohol based.
Fermented sugar base.
Yes. Again, thank you,
All
guys.
natural.
All natural.
Naturally gluten free.
And what did they say?
There's
Kosher.
naturally amazing
Kosher.
flavors.
I don't know how you make alcohol kosher, but I like it.
The Jewish brother and sister can enjoy it.
That's awesome. Hey, and on that note, thank you again for listening. Have a great week.
It's pizza time. Bye.